yogis, I have a new class for you today. This one is a power yoga. It is has some intense stretches and there's a huge cardio section in the middle. This is not for beginners, not that beginners can't do it. You're welcome to give it a go. It's just meant to get the heart pumping and it helped me get out of my mind. So I thought maybe it'll help you get out of yours too. If you enjoy the class, please comment below, give the video a like, tell your friends about it, subscribe to the station. But most of all, have a wonderful day. Namaste. Hi yogis. Today we're going to do a power yoga. So this is an intense yoga class with a lot of planks. So I hope you are ready to work out. Bringing our hands together at our heart and taking a moment just to draw our attention to our breath. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, twisting to our left. Inhale tall, exhale, turn. And releasing, inhaling up. Exhale, opposite side, right hand on left knee. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, back to our first side. Inhale, tall spine, twist. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Gaze over our shoulder. And then inhaling the arms up nice and tall. Exhale, palms pushing down against the air. Hands on our knees. Seated cat-cow. Exhale, back into cat. Inhale, chest opening into cow. Exhale, back into cat. Inhaling into cow. Coming back to a neutral spine and just doing some gentle neck rolls. Inhaling our head back and exhaling to center. And switching sides, inhaling the head back, exhaling the chin to our chest. Just finding some motion in our necks, finding some flexibility, inhaling tall. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms pressing down to the earth, coming onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips, doing our own cat-cow now from table. Inhale, dropping the belly, raising the gaze. Exhale, up and back, cat pose. And you're welcome to take this cat-cow time just to do your own thing, fidgeting around, maybe holding cat a little bit longer than you're holding cow. But just finding some flexibility in our spine, our spinal cord, our hips, our shoulders, getting those shoulder blades really onto our back, feeling the rib cage expanding, and then exhaling, opening up that area between the shoulder blades, keeping our gaze soft. Each movement with our breath, stretching the arms out, very quick child's pose, tenting the fingers, then inhale, come forward, and then press back again. Inhale, coming forward again, coming back to our tabletop. Reaching our right arm out in front of us, and then our left leg back, balancing table, engaging our core, keeping our gaze soft, exhale, curling in, elbow to knee, inhaling the arm and the leg out, exhale, curling in. Fingertip and toes, still active, exhale, curling in into our cat back, inhaling the arms out, exhale, curling in, inhaling long, exhale, curling in, really engaging our core. So inhaling out, bending our back leg, grabbing on right hand to left foot. Inhale, kicking the foot up, holding on with our hand, balancing in our tiger pose. Neck long, gaze soft, fingertips pushing into the mat. Releasing, inhaling the arm and leg out, coming back to our neutral spine and table. And then doing the opposite side, inhaling the left arm and that right leg back. Engaging the core. Exhale, curling in, elbow to knee. Inhaling the arm and the leg out. Exhale, curling in. Inhaling the arm and the leg. Exhale, really engaging that core, keeping the fingers and the toes active, using all of the body. Curling in, elbow to knee. Inhaling out, bending the knee, grabbing on with our opposite hand. Inhaling here, exhale, kicking the foot into the hand, tiger pose. Gaze soft, breath even. Really feeling that stretch in our hip. Arm and leg out, releasing down, table. Walking our arms out in front of us, coming into a puppy pose, finding a nice long line from our fingertips to our hips, and then pressing our hands together, namaste hands, bending the elbows, hands on our head. Just finding length. And then walking back into our table, curling the toes under, hips up, first plank. And we're going to hold this for a few seconds. So taking a moment to get into plank pose, making sure you have a nice line from your heels all the way to your head. My hips are a little bit lifted in this one. So we want to lower those, nice straight line, engaging that core, pressing into our hands, shoulder blades, up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feeling the stretch from our hips all the way down to our heels. Maybe they touch the ground, maybe they don't, that's fine. Continuing to breathe, inhaling deeply into the belly, exhaling through our nose in our Ujjayi breath. Inhale up to the toes, exhale, bend your knees, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And I wrap my arms behind my legs here, just trying to find some extra stretch in my lower back. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling hands down to our side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhaling the arms up, exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, hands down, right leg back, runner's lunge. Making sure that back heel's lifted, right hand down. Inhale the left arm up, coming into a twist. Releasing the hand, step back, plank pose. Bending our elbows, lowering down, chaturanga, elbows at our side. Release the toes, inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And this portion is going to be quicker so we can build up our heart rate and sweat a little. Stepping that right foot forward, runner's lunge, opposite side. Back foot on the ball of the foot, heel lifted, left hand down, inhale, right arm up, twist. Taking our gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Coming forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale the arms all the way up, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Exhale, mountain pose. And let's try that again. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back. Runner's lunge. Right leg back, left leg forward. Inhale, straight line from our head all the way to our heel, fingers lifted. Now sweeping the arms forward, fingertips all the way to heel, straight line. Engaging the core. Exhale, release the right hand down. Inhale, the left arm up, twist. Both hands down, step back, plank pose. Bending our elbows, coming through chaturanga. Inhaling the heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping the right foot forward, runner's lunge opposite side, left leg back. Inhale, straight line from our head to our heel, fingertips pointing at the ground, sweeping the arms up, all the way fingertips to the ground, engaging that core. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up, twist. Hands down, step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms out all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. And let's keep building on this. So inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Push your hips back. Really elongate the legs. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, hands down, step the right foot back. Our runner's lunge. And we'll go through that sequence again. So once you get into your lunge, inhale, lift up, straight line, head all the way to our heel, fingertips pointing at the mat. And then sweeping the arms up. Inhale, fingertips all the way down to our heel, heel still lifted. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Both hands down, step back, plank pose. Bending the elbows, lowering down. Inhale forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, runner's lunge, opposite side, left foot back, heel lifted. Inhale, flat back, straight line from our head to our heel. Fingertips pointing at the mat. Sweeping the arms forward, straight line, engaging that core. Releasing those fingertips down. Left hand down, right arm up, twist. Exhale, releasing the hands, step forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling the arms out and all the way up. Exhale, hands to our heart. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, right foot back, runner's lunge. Inhale, flat back, crown of the head to the heel, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fingertips pointing towards the mat. Right hand down, left arm up, twist. Both hands down, step back, one leg plank, left leg lifted. One leg chaturanga, bending the elbows, lowering down. Inhale the heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot forward, runner's lunge, opposite side. And again, inhale, flat back, crown of the head, straight line to the heel. Sweep the arms forward. Engaging our core, using our balance, fingertips pointing towards the mat, left hand down, right arm up, coming into that twist. And now we're going to one leg, chaturanga, opposite leg, right leg up. Bend the elbows, lowering down. Inhaling the heart forward, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. And breathing, continuing to breathe, continuing to use our Ujjayi breath. Step both feet forward, coming into our halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling the arms out and all the way up. Exhale, hands to our heart. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back, right foot, runner's lunge. Inhale, straight line, crown of the head to the heel. Arms sweep up in front of us, nice balancing and core. Exhale, fingertips pointing towards the ground. Right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Twist. Exhale, hands down, step back, One leg plank, left leg lifted, bending the elbows. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Step that right foot forward. The ball of the left foot. Runner's lunge. Inhale, balancing. Sweeping the arms over our head. Releasing the fingertips towards the mat. Dropping that left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Twist. Exhaling the hands down. One leg chaturanga. One leg plank 2. Lowering down. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. You should feel a sweat by this point. I know I was. Bend the knees, walk forward. Come to the front of the mat halfway. Exhale, fold fingertips down. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to our heart. And then inhaling the arms up. Exhale, sit back chair pose, making sure you can see your toes, weight on your heels. Exhale, release forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step that right foot back. And then the left plank pose. Lifting the left leg lower down. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping the foot forward. We're going to inhale the arms up. High lunge. Fingertips pointing towards the ceiling, fingers active, sinking into that front knee. Draw the arms back, cactus arms. Inhaling up. Exhale back, cactus arms, heart opener. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale the hands down, coming into our plank. Lifting our right leg, chaturanga, one-legged. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Stepping that foot forward, runner's lunge, opposite side. Inhale the arms up, coming into our high lunge. And then draw the elbows back, heart opener, cactus arms. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling back. Inhaling the arms up, exhale the hands down. One-legged plank, lowering down. Inhaling the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale the arms up, chair pose. Continuing to breathe, inhale the hands up, exhale the hands down. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale the arms up, chair. Really engage your core, pressing into your heels. Release forward, stepping back, finding our plank pose. Lifting that right leg, lowering down. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot forward, prepping for our high lunge. Inhale the arms up. High lunge, balancing pose. Arms back, cactus. Inhaling the arms up. Elbows back, cactus. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands down. Plank pose. From here, taking our vinyasa, lifting that left leg, lowering down, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're moving faster, so inhaling that left leg up. Exhale, stepping that foot forward. And then rising up into our high lunge. Getting our heart bumping, getting the blood flowing. Taking a moment to make sure your balance is on point. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhaling and exhaling into cactus. Release the hands down, plank. Lifting our leg, lowering down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk to the front of the mat. If you want to jump, you are welcome to. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale the arms up, chair pose. Inhaling all the way up, exhale, hands to our heart. And take a second to get some water. So if you like to jump from your front to the back and back to front, you're welcome to. I have neighbors below us, so I don't. And making our way back into our inhaling up, exhale forward, inhale flat back, exhale hands down, bend your knees, inhale the arms up, chair pose. Release down. Step back, one leg plank. Bend your elbows. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot forward. Stay on the ball of that back foot. Inhale up, high lunge pose. Exhale, elbows back, cactus arms. Inhaling up and then exhale, cactus arms a second time. Inhaling up, fingertips high. Exhale, drop the knee, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 5 times, high lunge. Release the hands. Step back, one leg plank. Lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that foot forward. Inhale, tall, high lunge. Exhale, elbows back, cactus arms. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhaling the arms up, high lunge. And then bending our right knee. Exhale, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Release the hands. Step back plank. One leg plank, one leg chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Stepping our foot forward. Inhaling, arms up, high lunge. Elbows back, cactus arms. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus. Inhaling up. 1. Dropping that left knee. 2. And we're to 3. 2 more times. 1. And last time. Knee down. Release the hands. Plank. One-legged plank. One-legged chaturanga. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, step that foot forward. Inhaling up, high lunge. Exhale, elbows back. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling back. Inhaling the arms up. And now tapping that knee, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale the hands down. One-legged plank. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or walk to the front of the mat. Flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to our heart. Taking a moment to take a sip of water if you need one, because water is good. And from here, we're going to do a chair sequence. So coming into the center of your mat or coming off of your mat. Inhale the arms up, exhale, sit. Inhale up, exhale, sit back, chair. Making sure you're able to lift the toes, weight in our heels. You should be able to see your toes as well. Arms parallel on either side of our head by our ears. Gaze soft on the mat, engaging our core, doing our cactus arms, elbows back, holding on to this, keeping that heart opener as we are in our chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rolling all the way back, coming into our standing. Inhaling the arms out, fingertips all the way up. Inhaling up to our toes. And if you need to come onto something that's not as cushiony as your mat, coming onto a flat surface. So we're going to rise all the way up onto our toes. Inhale, fingertips up, and then exhale, bending the knees, coming into a raised heel chair pose. Arms by our ears, engaging our core, keeping the heels off the mat, keeping the fingers active, keeping our spine nice and straight. Exhale, forward fold. Rolling up, mountain pose. And we're going to do this all again. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Arms parallel to the ears. Gaze soft. And continuing to breathe, keeping all of our arms, all of our muscles active, drawing the elbows back, cactus pose, taking our gaze up, finding an arch in our upper back, opening in our chest. Exhale, release, forward fold. Rolling up, rolling the head. And then now doing our raised toe, inhaling up to our toes, inhaling the arms all the way up, exhale, sitting down into a chair pose on lifted heels, engaging our core, keeping our hands active, challenging our balance, finding a spot on the floor that is not moving. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up, and then making our way back onto your mat if you came off. And from here, we're going to press back into a child's pose, just stretching out and resting for a moment, pressing our forehead onto the mat. Drawing our attention back to our breath. And if you want to, take a deep breath in and open your mouth, exhaling out, just hissing it out. And inhaling again and exhaling. And then inhaling up, coming into a seated position on our heels, coming all the way up to our knees. Hands on the mat, step the legs back, plank pose. Press back, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms out and all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back. Plank pose. Press back, downward facing dog. And just moving around, feeling how different the body feels now than our first down dog at the beginning of class. Pressing the palms into the mat. Inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, coming forward, right knee to right elbow. Inhaling the leg up. Exhale, come forward, plank, knee to nose. Inhaling the leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, twisting, right knee to left elbow. Gaze forward. Inhale, leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot down. Switch sides. Inhaling that left leg up. Exhale, come forward, left knee, left elbow. And we're holding it for a breath. And then inhaling it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling up, three-legged dog. Exhale, twisting, left knee, right elbow. Inhaling up, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now let's go a little bit faster. Inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale up, knee to nose. Inhale up, twist. Inhale up, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale up, knee to nose. Inhale up, twist. Inhale up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, right leg to right elbow, knee to nose. And twisting, inhaling up, downward facing dog, and left leg up, knee to elbow. Inhale up, knee to nose. Inhale up, twisting. Inhaling up, and downward facing dog. Releasing the toes, stretch forward, child's pose. Inhale, coming up onto a seated pose. We're just going to stretch out our wrists, fingertips pointing towards the ground, using our opposite hand to pull the fingers towards you, finding some length in the back of our wrists. Since we've been putting a lot of weight on them, and we're going to be putting a little more weight on them. Now pressing the top of our palms in the mat, fingertips pointing towards our knees. Continuing to breathe, coming all the way up. And here we go into our fun section of planks. So stepping our right foot back and then our left plank pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, heels lifted. Engaging our core, gaze on the mat. Keeping our gaze soft and our neck long, continuing to breathe so we're not holding our breath. We're just going to stay here for a little bit longer. This plank is such a great pose. It uses so many muscles. It's stabilizing its core. And then from here, we're going to come into a side plank. So coming onto our left arm and to stacking our feet. Inhaling our right arm up, side plank. Taking our gaze towards the ceiling, keeping our hip lifted. Fingers wide, fingers active. If you want to put one foot in front of the other, that's fine. You're also welcome to drop your bottom knee. I like to have my feet stacked. Exhale, plank pose. And then switching sides, right hand under our heart, coming onto the outside of our right foot, stacking the feet, hands up, making sure your hip is pushing up. So we're using all those, making sure you're also balanced as well. So taking a moment, taking your gaze towards the ceiling if you have that in you. If not, keep your gaze towards the ground. Continuing to breathe. Exhale, releasing plank. Press back, downward facing dog. And then come back, plank pose. Lowering down onto our forearms, forearm plank. Keeping the hands parallel, so we're not going to form a triangle. Our hands are just in front of our elbows, engaging the core, gaze on the mat, nice long neck, soft gaze. Engaging everything, using our leg muscles, using our arm muscles, lowering to our knees, press back, child's pose. Forehead on the mat. Opening that mouth, sighing it out. And then inhale, coming back up to a seated position. And grabbing onto our block, we're just going to need it nearby. We will use that in a second because we're going into a locust series now. So we're going to come down onto our bellies from plank pose. So step back plank, bending the elbows, lowering down, chaturanga. Release the hands, release the toes. Fingertips on the block. So we're going to use that block in its wide angle so that we can keep our arms parallel. If you don't have a block, that's fine. You do not need a block to do locust pose. Bring our arms out in front of us. We're going to inhale, lifting the arms and lifting the legs, using our back muscles to lift the body. So trying to get the chest up off the mat, taking our gaze forward towards our hands or towards the block that we're holding. Pushing into our toes so we have a nice long line, and keeping everything active and making those muscles hold the bones in place so that we can hold this pose properly. And exhale, releasing down, placing our forehead on our arms. If you turn your head to one side, that is fine as well, because we will be going into this again in a moment. And you can always turn your head to the opposite side the next time. So inhale, lifting our block, we're going to swim. So we're going to inhale the arms forward, exhaling them behind us. Inhaling the arms forward, exhaling behind us. If you're using a block, I like to switch at the back. Inhaling forward, exhaling, switch. Inhaling the arms forward, exhaling, and switch. Keeping the back legs lifted off the ground, trying to zip the legs together. Using our back body muscles to help with our posture, keeping our spine nice and straight, helping us stand nice and tall. And then releasing down. If you lowered your head to one side before, please turn it to the opposite side now. Balance. And now we're going to do a half locust lift. So hands on either side of your head. We're just going to inhale up, keeping our toes on the mat, only lifting the chest off the mat. For 3 and 4 and 5. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, holding for 3, 2, 1. And I guess a little bit longer. Just keeping our breath even, keeping our elbows parallel with the ground. Releasing the hands down, pressing back, stretching out our arms, child's pose, finding some length in our back. All those muscles that we just used, just find to stretch them out a little bit. So walking the arms out in front of you. Nice long child's pose. Bringing the hands behind our back, interlacing the fingers, coming onto the crown of our head. Inhale the arms up, rabbit pose. It's also another nice way to find some stretch in our shoulders and our back. Inhaling up, coming on to our knees, hands behind our back, stretching out the shoulders, one side and the other side. Taking a water break if you need one. And from here, coming into our boat pose sequence. So finding our sitting bones, finding a nice seat. Inhaling the legs out, inhaling the arms out. Engaging the core, holding boat pose. Having a nice straight back, shoulders to our hips. And then releasing, drawing our knees into our chest. Our feet do not touch the floor. Curling our head to our knees, moving our ankles. I'm sliding forward. We're going to do a high boat to a low boat. So inhaling, arms out, exhale back. Inhale, crunching in, exhale back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhaling the legs out long. Using our core to crunch us forward and then back. Inhaling up. Exhaling as we lower. Pulling the knees into our chest. From here, we're going to lower down so that we can do some bicycles and a low boat. Oh, we're going to do no bicycles. So lowering down, coming onto our back. We're going to keep the shoulder blades off of the mat, so take a moment. Knees are going to be over our hips, shins parallel with the ground. And as we twist, we're going to bring our right elbow towards our left knee, but we're not going to touch. I want you to imagine that your knee is actually going towards your shoulder. So engaging that belly button, pulling it towards the core, engaging your spine, keeping all of that nice and solid. The lower back is on the mat, and we're going to kick the leg out as we twist with the opposite side. And right to left, and left to right. And twisting, and twisting, and twisting, and right to left, and holding, keeping that core tight, keeping that leg extended, keeping your shoulder towards your knee, not pulling the elbows towards the ceiling, switching sides. We have a nice wide space between the elbows and the head. Right now we're just using that core, and we're using the shoulder and the hip to twist. We're not using the elbows to pull ourselves up. Release, knees to our chest, rocking from side to side for our lower back. Head to our knees, rocking all the way up. Step back. Child's pose. Curl the toes under, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, come forward, pigeon pose. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. Left leg out long behind you, inhale tall. Now normally we just fold in this, but right now I want to hold it. So we're going to press the fingertips into the mat, finding a stretch in that left hip flexor, really pushing the toenails of that left foot into the mat. And the curve in our spine, hips even, gaze forward, shoulder blades back and down. Feeling the hips sinking towards the mat and letting them. We're not scissoring the legs together here. We're just using this to open up. And then exhale, walking the arms out in front of you, forehead towards the mat. If you would like to set your head on your hands, you're welcome to. Keeping our breath even. Keeping our breath deep. Inhale, walking up to our hands, bending that back knee. We're going to reach around with our right hand to grab the left foot. And just gently pressing the foot towards our sitting bones. Feeling the stretch along our thigh and our right shoulder. Releasing that foot, curl the toes under. Hands down, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhaling our right leg up, bending the knee, dropping the heel behind our hip, three-legged dog, open, twist. Foot down, downward facing dog. Now we'll do the opposite side. So inhale the left leg up, come forward, pigeon pose. Working the foot forward, working our right leg back. Toenails into the mat, inhale tall, pressing into our fingertips. Have a nice long line from the mat up to our shoulders. Shoulder blades down and on our back. Taking our gaze forward. Breathing into our low belly. Making sure that we are not collapsing in our lower back. So we want to get the opening in our hip, not crush the lower back. So your spine should still be nice and long. And then exhale, releasing, walking the arms out in front of you, forehead on the mat. Continuing to breathe, keeping the hips even so we're not collapsing to the right. You're welcome to put a blanket underneath that right hip. Inhale, coming up, bending our right knee, reaching around left hand to right foot. Inhaling here, exhale, pressing the foot towards our sitting bones. Getting that shoulder open, feeling the stretch in our thigh. Releasing the foot, hands down. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Set the foot down, downward facing dog. And now coming back down on to a seated position. Bringing our block by us because we're going to do a bridge series, and we will use that in a moment. So heels towards our sitting bones, reaching our fingertips towards our heels. And then lifting the hips, chin towards our chest, pressing into the heels, pressing into our arms, relaxing the glutes. Seems counterintuitive, but we're going to try to relax those. Right now we're just finding a stretch. Still breathing into the belly. Bridge pose. Releasing the hands, lowering the hips down, drawing the knees into our chest, hands on our legs, curling our head up towards our knees. And then grabbing onto the block, coming into our second bridge, modified with block support. So reaching our fingertips towards our heels. Inhale, lifting up our hips, setting the block underneath your sacrum. I go on the highest setting. Making sure that the block is square and flat on the mat and not at an angle. We're going to reach the arms above us and then slowly walk our legs out in front of us. So we're completely relying on that block to press into our hips, our sacrum, opening up our chest, opening up our hips. Keeping the arms relaxed, keeping our gaze towards the ceiling, not really trying to look at the screen. And once again, continuing to breathe. Feeling our pulse slow and our breath slow. And slowly walking the feet back in. Soles of the feet on the mat. We're going to press into our heels. And lifting our hips. Using our hand to remove the block. Lowering the hips onto the mat. Curling the knees towards the chest. Lower back on the mat. Setting the block off to the side. Knees into our chest, arms out to the side. Inhaling here. Exhale, lower the knees to the right as we turn our head to the left. Maybe even set a hand on your knee just for a little extra weight in that twist. Maybe you keep your arms out wide, shoulders on the mat. And inhaling back to center. And we'll switch sides, lowering the knees to the left as we take our gaze to the right. Setting your hand on your knees, or even taking your gaze just straight up, but feeling that twist in the center of your spine. Relaxing into the pose. Inhaling back to center. Knees into our chest. And we're going to do one more pose with the block. So if you have it nearby, this is optional. You don't have to do it. But one last heart opener. We're going to take the block and place it in the center of our back, just below our shoulder blades. And then coming to lay in our Shavasana. So arms out to the side, legs out long, back of the head on the mat. Breathing deeply. You're welcome to stop using your Ujjayi breath now. Ujjayi breath. Just allowing the mouth to open. And then bending the knees, pressing into the heels, removing the block, and then making our way into our final Shavasana. If you would like to take a long Shavasana, you're welcome to pause the video. Allowing our eyes to soften and any tension we have left in our jaw or our joints, just allowing it to disappear. And then when you're ready, Inhaling your arms above you, stretching your fingertips away from your toes, drawing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big old hug for doing this practice today. Rolling onto our side into a fetal position. Pressing into our palm and making our way all the way up into a seated position. And bringing our hands together at our heart in Anjali Mudra. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.